Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man, Nick Frazier. The other guy, your man, Marcus Fitzpatrick. And we here back around the water cooler, man. And we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us as always, man. We talking about tonight. We're gonna get a couple of topics in tonight. It's gonna be a pretty good show, man. We talking about best coach in the SEC, not named Kirby. And we're gonna take a look at this quarterback talent in the SEC and the depth and see how elite it is, man. We're gonna get into it right now after this. Eugene Asante, bring us in, my
Boys
guy.
and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC Conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Woo woo! Yeah, boy, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching us tonight, man. Like I said before, I'm half of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, Nick Frazier. And the other man, you can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are again, boss, man.
Marcus Fitzpatrick, let's go. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler. As always, man, we thank y'all so much for continuing to rock with us, man. Before we get into it, as always, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And, of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live, man. Marcus, how you feeling tonight, my guy? How you feeling?
Man, I can't complain. How you, brother? How you?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain. I'm feeling really good. Man. I'm excited about this little vacay, this little 2-week break that we got coming up. What you gonna do for your break, Marcus? Or do you plan on coming on some? What you doing?
Man, for my break, I plan on trying to catch up on a lot of work that I've been missing out on, man. So I'll be working my butt off on my break.
Okay, then.
Trying to get me some much needed overtime, man, so I can pay for these vacations.
I heard that, my guy. I heard that, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be pretty good, man. It's gonna be pretty good here. This coming up, man. Just so y'all know, tonight's our last show until June 16th. Won't be live for the next 2 weeks after tonight. But you will be able to see that's being set up now, a continuous stream of shows starting Monday, June 2nd. A continuous 24/7 live stream of Water Cooler Talk. Just trying to fix that, get the kinks ready for that. You just be able to watch shows on the loop. You'll be able to watch those shows on the loop. All you have to do is just hit the button, it'll pop up, and you can watch for as long as you want. And guess what? When you leave and come back, it'll still be there, probably on a different show, man. So we appreciate y'all for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. Much need a break. Get a little R&R, as they call rest and relaxation and things and stuff like that. But it's gonna be dope. But we'll be back June 16th, Lord's willing. We'll be back. Getting ready to kick it into high gear for the season that's coming up, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. Let's get into these comments over here on this underneath, man. Hey, let me know if the crown system is still going on in the comment section. If y'all still got the crown system going on, let me know if it's still going on. Huggy Beard say, what up, Huggy? Say, back in this jerk. What up? Auburn Dad saying, War Eagle, let's go.
Auburn Dad in the building.
What up, man? Auburn Dad said, man, I have to say Sark because winning is key to being the best. Excuse me. Let me start over. I have to say Sark because winning is key to being the best, at least in football. I like that. So you got Sark being the best coach in the league, not named Kirby. Okay. By the way, before I forget, have a good vacay, Nick and crew. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Auburn Dad said, man, I'm going to. So you're gonna have to find something to watch on days outside of Sunday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays now. It's all right, man. It's only 2 weeks, 14 days. We'll be back. We'll be back in 14 days, man. Bubba, what's up, Bubba? Bubba and the old man Auburn Sports Talk, man. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over there. Bubba gave us his list. Of guys, best coaches in the conference outside, not named Kirby. Of course, we all I think there's a consensus that Kirby is the number one guy. and he has Sark, Kiffin, Heupel, Kelly, DeBoer, Freeze, and then Drinkwitz. That's who he has there. And then you got Marcus's biggest fan,
What's up,
Robert
Robert?
Smith. What up, Robert? How you doing? He
What's up,
said,
Robert?
"Bubby left Elko out at Texas A&M, man. That's what's up." He said, "That's a nice group that you got right there from Auburn Dad to Bubba, man." He said, "What up, boys? Shout out to the
What's
GOAT.
up, Nick?
What up, Nick Beasley? How you feeling, my guy? Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over to the Nick Beasley Show on YouTube, man. Doing great things. Talks all sports, as he told us last night, but no politics. Shout out to Nick, man. QB rankings. He got Nussmeyer's 1, Sellers 2, Mateer 3, and you got Aguilar 4. That's interesting, Bo. Aguilar one kind of throwing me for a loop there. Robert Smith, he said, "Oh yeah, slide in at the 6." Okay, you talking about Elko? I like that, man. Nick Beasley said, "You still on the state bus?" I surely am. Not getting off of it. Not getting off of it, Nick. Yes, yes, it is. I'm first about to start chatting to do wait. Yes, Yes, it is. I'm first about stop chatting to do cooking. Okay. All right. Okay, Auburn Dad. You about to cook? Okay. Got you.
Whip it up, Auburn Dad.
You want to talk about? Robert Smith said, "Nick, you going to Panama City?" Nah, man. No Panama City for your boy Nick, man. I'll be doing got some other work I got to get done around this thing. So it is what it is. Auburn Dad says, "So the crown system is working." So he got the first crown. Okay. I like that. He said, "What up, Marcus Fitz?" from Robert Smith.
That's Robert Smith.
He said, "Don't disrespect Joey. He's a baller. Don't think Tennessee take much of a step back at quarterback." Well, I tell you this, he regressed from year 1 to year 2 at Appalachian State. Went from 3,700 yards to 3,000 yards. Went from 33 touchdowns to 23 touchdowns. Went from 66% completion to 55% completion. Went from 10 interceptions to 14 interceptions. Joey Aguilar did his first two seasons at Appalachian State, and that was a regression from year 1 to year 2. And I'm supposed to sit here and think he's gonna step into a SEC team that was a playoff team last year, with not having much coming back to support him around him on the offensive side of the ball, and he's supposed to be better. I'm not buying the Joey Aguilar hype at Tennessee right now.
Okay.
He got. I'm just gonna be real with you.
I
understand, man. I've looked at this stuff, man. Like I said, people forget that I look at this. I looked at this when I saw the Joey Aguilar thing. I went and looked at his numbers. I memorized them, and that's what I'm looking at it, man. The regression from year 1 to year 2 at Appalachian State. Nothing changed at Appalachian State. He just had a regression. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the hype. I'm not buying the Joey Aguilar Tennessee hype right now. I have to see it to believe it. I feel like there was a reason why Nico asked for what he asked for at Tennessee. But hey, everybody's in tune to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in tune to their opinion, and I'm not gonna disrespect anybody's opinion, anything like that. But what I do is I look at the numbers and I look at what my eyes tell me, and that's what I see. that's what I see. Let's see, man. Bubba said, "Man, I don't think Tennessee will make the playoffs. I think they are 8-9 win team because of what they lost on defense. But the tape tells me Joey is for real. He will shock you." Okay, all right. I hear what you're saying, but I look at the numbers.
Bubba, I see you.
I look at the numbers from what it looked like from year 1 to year 2 at Appalachian State, and then now he was supposed to do that at UCLA, but now he's at Tennessee, and now he's supposed to do that on the team with less than what they had before. I don't know, man. I think Tennessee has the biggest drop off this year in the SEC. I think Tennessee potentially is probably a 6-7 win team this year in the SEC. But you know, people look at me and they may call me crazy. But like I said, I stand by what I see. I look at what I see. I stand by it, and then we let it play out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. It is what it is. Shout out to Nadine.
What's up, Nadine?
Manan. I hope I'm saying that right. What's up, man? Welcome around the water cooler. Hope you're doing, man. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. He says Vegas has them at 8.5 win total for Tennessee. Yeah, I don't think that I don't see that happen. I don't see that happening, man. I got them at like 6-7 I got them probably like 6-7 wins. Yeah, Nick said who he gonna throw the ball to? That's a great question. I don't know. Squirrel White transferred to FSU. Brew McCoy's gone. I have no idea. People say numbers don't lie. That's absolute cap. The men lie, women lie, numbers lie. But the tape will never lie. Hey, okay. You right.
Okay.
Who you gonna throw the ball to? All right, we'll see. All we can do is that we make predictions. We look. I look at it from a perspective. Other people, Bubba, everybody else look at it from a perspective. You make your point there. I make my point here, and then we just let it play out and see what happens from there. That's how I see it. So it is what it is, man. It's how it is. Seahawks saying, "Peeps, what's up, man? What's up? What's up?" Robert Smith still want to know where his crown at. Robert, I don't know. I have no control over the crown. I really don't. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know who it is about to pop into the chat. Y'all know who about to pop into the chat. They call him the talker in chief from Alabama, from Tight Sports Alabama Football Mega Cast. The one, the only Tight Sports. What up, Tight? How you feeling, Tight? You on mute? That ain't Tight. You came in on mute, Tight.
I ain't crazy. No, I was playing. he said calling crazy. What's up to the mail? What's going on with y'all out there?
Not much.
I don't know what anybody at Tennessee plan on doing, but you're going to find out why that man asked for $14 million a year. Because they ain't got nothing. He's like, we out here playing bus meat. Y'all got to play me.
That's why I went. I'm like, Bubba, you really going to attach yourself to that right now?
If you out there playing bus meat, then y'all got to holler at me. No.
Yeah, man. Tennessee didn't do anything to recoup what they lost. They didn't. Then you lost your best receiver who's returning. Squirrel White is now at FSU.
And they lost two. I think they lost two others just through attrition, right? I mean, just gradually.
Brew McCoy ended up going to the heading to the draft, but now he's he medically retired from football. And Dylan Sampson, who was a running back last year, he's in the draft. He's in the NFL now. So yeah, I think when Squirrel left, like people had left anyway, but then when Nico did his thing, people was like, just broke camp, man. Just like I'm out of here. Yeah, Tennessee is in a world of trouble, man. I just don't think. I don't see. I know the number is 8-5. I just don't see that this year. And I'll tell you this: if Tennessee wins 8 games, this would probably be the best coaching.
I was thinking that too.
In this league, I would have to give Hypo his credit if Tennessee wins 8 games. What this roster and what this potential 2 deep look like.
But you may get credit. But the people who was like, it's people at Tennessee that hated Nico before even.
True. That's true too.
Them people are probably gonna run that man away from there. If he has 2 back-to-back Hypo, if he has like 2 8-win seasons, he might well be coaching Alabama. It'd be same deal. The pressure be so hot on, they're gonna be like, man, what are you doing? Because they're gonna forget about Nico. Pretty true.
And the funny part about that is what Urban Meyer said when all of this happened is gonna ring true. I don't know if people remember what Urban Meyer said, but Urban Meyer said, yeah. And he was basically talking about when Tennessee had to play Florida. He basically said, you got to play that team in Gainesville, at the end of October every year. And he said, if you lose that game, what you going to do? Go in midfield and tell everybody at Neyland Stadium, hey, we lost the game, but I made the right decision back in spring.
We showed him.
That's what I mean, I know a lot of people had a problem with that statement. And maybe the way he said it was wrong, but the emphasis and the intent behind it was true, because at the end of the day, people want to win.
He knows enough about the SEC. Florida did the same. They were asking the same questions like, Coach, we appreciate the championship, but your recruiting class. You got these 2 not-need boys and that bow-legged kid. I don't know what. And he was like, Coach? He was like, call a medic. And he tapped out of there because people get real aggressive around the SEC.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. I mean, the thing is, I just look at it and I'm like, they now to Tennessee's credit, they have a highly touted quarterback that's coming in this class, that will be there in the 26th class. But he's not on campus. That's the whole thing. He's not on campus yet. So
you fire your coach, do you keep him?
That's the thing. Like that. That's the thing too.
Nick Saban left and Saban's like,
Exactly, because now you got to look at it, because if this is a bad season and he gets on campus next year, is Josh Heupel them are they entitled to potentially just try to, get the graces back with the fan base and the people around to just start the guy as the guy who could potentially be the future of the program? Like,
right.
And is that the best thing for the program going forward? So, I mean, I don't know, man. Joey Aguilar could surprise us, man. But I'm just looking, like I said, I looked at his first year and second year numbers at Appalachian State. I saw the regression there. Nothing changed at Appalachian State. Nothing changed there, and I saw the regression from the numbers. And then now everybody that I've listened to on this topic, from national media pundits, are saying that he's potentially walking into a great situation. And I'm like, how? I mean, I don't understand.
Well, he get an opportunity to shine at a high level, and
he
can turn it into a backup quarterback position that he may not have gotten at Appalachian State. But as far as like putting Tennessee back in the playoffs, come on, son.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't see that happen. I think
Tennessee
probably a 6-7 win. I think probably a 6-7 win, 6 or 7 win team this year. And the first game of the season, I actually got Syracuse beating them at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nick Beasley said this would be a prove year for Josh, because he ain't got no chance, especially if Nico has a good year at UCLA. That's the storyline behind that. If Nico ends up having UCLA in the Big Ten championship conversation, man, what? That's gonna be the story of the man. Say, hey, they could be horrible. All I'm saying is they gonna be the problem.
Hey, Bubba said he ain't attached himself to Tennessee. He attached himself to.
I hear you, Bubba. I hear you.
I got a question. I got a question for the mayor. I got a question for the mayor.
What's up, tight?
You gonna put $10 on Bubba in Tennessee, or $10 on Nick in Mississippi State?
Nick in Mississippi State.
Ooh, hey, let me answer.
Hey, that's a good one. That's actually a great one. That's a great one. Ooh, Nick, hold on. Nick,
shout out to SB in the chat. Go ahead.
Nick, tell me what you project Mississippi State to do this year before I say my answer.
Yeah, I got Mississippi State being a bowl eligible team. I got
6 or is that 7 games?
6. I got them going. I got them exactly going 6-6 this year.
I rock with Nick.
And Bubba got him at 9 wins at Tennessee. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
No. He said no. That ain't what. No, Bubba didn't say that. He didn't say that.
He said 8 or 9 wins.
No. He did. Oh, he did. Did he say that?
Yeah, he said 8 or 9 wins. He put it in the chat.
Let me see. I missed that.
It was in the chat. Yeah, it was in the chat.
Yeah, he said 8 or 9.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, he did. He said, I don't think Tennessee will make the playoffs. I think they're 8-9 win team because of what they lost on defense. But the tape tells me Joy is for. Okay. So he said 8-9 win. Okay.
I'm rocking with Nick.
I'm gonna put my $10 on Buck. I can't go Mississippi State and do nothing, man. I mean,
all I'm saying is bowl eligibility. I think they can get to a bowl game.
Man, just Jolie Dunn back calling defense again, because I don't.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, Mississippi State is going. I got Mississippi State going exactly 6-6 is what I got.
Woo! That's gonna be something else. But that's a good question, though.
6-6.
That's why I had to ask the question.
Let's get into this topic, man. That was a good conversation. That was a good conversation right there before we got into it, man. I'm gonna mark that right there before we get to the rest of it. All right, so let's get to this, man. Best coach in the SEC not named Kirby. I think we did a show about a month and a half ago of ranking the coaches in the SEC. Well, basically it was where does Hugh Freeze rank in the SEC among coaches. And I think we kind of gave a list there. And we kind of set it at, and I think everybody on that show basically said that Kirby was one. So let's take Kirby out. All right. So after Kirby, who is the best coach in the SEC? Not named Kirby Smart. And I'm gonna go with Tight first. Who you got? I think I already know what Tight going.
Well, of course, you know the coach I'm going to select. He has a name. He has a K in his name as well. And it's pretty easy. You know, you look at me and you can see where I'm going. I'm gonna go with one of our greatest graduates of the Capstone Coaching Clinic.
I knew it.
I'm gonna go with Steve Sarkisian.
I knew it. I'm
going with Steve Sarkisian. He had to be a Capstone Coaching Clinic guy. So you're talking Lane. You're talking, well, you said no Kirby, but I'm gonna go with him. Although I just Eli and them boy or whatever boy name Arch, they're gonna have to prove something. They're gonna prove you talking about a quarterback that is a single point of failure.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't do it all, because even Quinn Ewers, I mean, you know, he had his issues, but he had a couple years at this. Arch is supposed to come in and just take them back. I don't know. What's the over and under on Texas right now?
I think it's 10.5.
10.5?
I think so. Yeah.
I have a situation, man. This is third year in the program with Sarkisian, man. He should come in and do what he's supposed to do. It ain't no excuse for him if he don't.
Because that's like Ty Simpson to a certain extent. I mean, he's not, his last name not Manning, but he's been there for a whole long time, and there's some things around him too. But I just got to see it. I watched him when he came in the game, and you know, it was. I got a bigger splash from Tebow coming in the game when Leach was there. Y'all remember them days when Leach was when Chris Freak was out there doing it?
Yeah,
and they put Tebow in the game. You be like, oh, you know, you're like, oh, Tebow.
Knew he gonna run the ball,
but they forgot man. You know, at the end of that season, they forgot who Chris Leach was. Everybody did.
Man, Chris Leach was still the starter. What y'all talking about?
Yeah, but
he won that championship. But
yeah,
to type point, nobody remember who he was though.
Nobody remember who he was.
You got a point there.
Nobody remember who he is. You gotta really know football to remember who Chris was.
Like Chris Leach. I'm like, because I was like, look for him in Canada, the UFL, the NFL. I'm like, how did this dude win that championship? Threw for a lot of yards and ran the ball a lot. And it's just like, was he too short? They didn't get that man an excuse. Or he's too small, or you know, it's just, you know, but we'll see. I think he may be surrounded by a lot at Texas, and of course they will be well coached. But I go with Sarkisian.
All right, so before we keep going, because I think Mark is gonna probably go the same way. Do we all agree that Sarkisian is number 2?
Yeah, man. He went to his name is on the short list of going to consecutive semifinals. Man, it's not a lot of coaches who did that. So you really gotta put him up there right now.
All right, who's number 3?
Okay, that's where I was about to go. If we all can make a consensus that Kirby is 1, Sark is 2, or however you want to put it, 1A, 1B, depending on who you ask. Behind those 2 guys, how do you shake out the rest of the SEC? And I'm gonna give you some names. Because a lot of these coaches in the conference haven't proven themselves yet. So I'm gonna try to give you some names. I'm gonna give you 4 names. All right. I'm gonna give you Kiffin. I'm gonna give you Brian Kelly. I'm gonna give you Hugh Freeze has been in the league long enough. I'm gonna give you excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you Mike Elko, even though Mike Elko is in the second year, he's at Texas A&M, one of the biggest programs. And I'm gonna give you Eli Drinkwitz. I gave you 5.
Oh man,
I'm gonna give you those 5 names. And a lot of people will say, and you know what? Let's throw Shane Beamer in there. Because a lot of people will try to make a case for Shane Beamer. I don't know if I want to put Napier in there yet. I don't know.
For what?
That's the reason. That's the reason why. So I'm not sure if I want to put Napier in there just yet. But when you look at Drinkwitz, let's throw the board in there. So 7. When you look at, because the board did go to a national championship with Washington. So when you look at Kelly, when you look at Drinkwitz, when you look at Freeze, when you look at Kiffin, when you look at Beamer, when you look at DeBoer, and when you look at Mike Elko, who is that third guy that we can sit here and be like, all right, if that team had to go on the road right now in the Big Ten and play the Big Ten's second, third, or fourth best team, I trust him outside of Kirby Smart and Sarkisian to have some sort of game plan that can help them win that game. Who is that third guy?
For me,
here we go.
For me, it's kind of tough, man. It's really tough. You can go with so many people, but I lean towards, in my personal opinion, I have to go with Brian Kelly, man.
Ooh.
I would say Brian Kelly had, outside of last year, he led the league. He led coaches with the most active 10-win seasons outside of last year because he only had 9.
Mm-hmm.
His work at Notre Dame spoke for itself. He didn't win a national championship, but I think he went to 2. So I gotta lean for 3. I have to give it to Brian. Then for 4, 4 I'm gonna go Lane. Then 5 I go to Boyle.
I would never. I'm gonna exclude Kalen DeBoer because I want to see. I'm trying to stick to just the SEC for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna leave him out of it. But
okay,
I kind of look at Drinker. I look at Drinkowitz at Missouri.
Okay,
because they kind of on the outside looking in. I just don't like Kiffin because it's just disrespectful to the basic tenements of little league football. I mean, it's just like if you can't do it with a 5-year-old, why are you doing this with grown people? Mm-hmm. Or in high school ball. I mean, it's a guy that never punts in high school. He's a high school Hall of Fame quarterback, but I'm a coach.
Exactly what you're talking about.
But and he's a jerk too. But I can't pick Kiffin. If you're talking about sending him up there to play, but Penn State probably.
Yeah, say Penn State, or let's just say okay. So if you're looking at top 5 teams in the Big Ten, we'll go Oregon.
Oregon, Penn State,
Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. And I guess you would probably put Indiana there. Would be the 5th.
Indiana. Yeah, if I had to send him, I do. I'm gonna take Drinkowitz. He's gonna try to take what he got and maneuver his way around there to number 3 position. Then I'm gonna go Shane Beamer, man, because he gathered some guys together, played some decent defense, and NFL came and got that whole defense. Offense is coming together with that Brad's. I mean, everybody's scared of Sellers. I should be more afraid of him. Myself, but I am very caution of was it Lenore Sellers, his name, the quarterback?
Lenore Sellers.
And I just think because Kelly is not bad off as Kiffin, but them people in Louisiana State, LSU, they've already sharpened the pitchforks and axes for Kelly. They about to run him out of town on the rail. People talk about Alabama underachieving, and that was the boys' first year, whether you give them a pass or not. Kelly, they ain't happy about nothing. They ain't happy about the Bryce Underwood situation. They mad about everything. That monkey stumping that Milroe gave them, they ain't happy about that. They ain't happy about the fact that they, what was it? It was 3 teams in contention to go to the playoffs. South Carolina, Alabama, and who? Ole Miss. LSU wasn't one of them. So they are middle of the pack right now, and they're not happy with that dude.
What's the other quarterback? Is it Ricky Collins? Ricky Collins was the other quarterback that came out of LSU as well.
Well, he got to come through this year because his quarterback, first of all, is one of the favorites for the Heisman this year. So the expectation is the expectation with that alone.
Did he go to New York this year?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
All right.
I'm gonna go with this, man. I'm a defensive guy, bro. As if you watch this channel longer, if you know I'm a defensive dude. I love defensive coaches. Because I still think defense will win championships. I'm gonna rock with Mike Elko, bro. I'm rocking with Mike Elko, bro, because I think Mike Elko is probably one of the most sound defensive guys in college football. We forgot Brent Venables, but I don't know if I can. I don't know yet.
Trust him yet on the road.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know
because like I said, the question is that 3rd, 4th, 5th team in the Big Ten, and I don't know if Venables. I guess he'll break them down too tactic. That's kind of why I went with Shane Beamer, same with the defense. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I'm a route. I think I'm gonna stick with Mike Elko because I think Mike Elko in his first year as the head coach in the conference and what we consider to be potentially the best conference in college football. He did really well. He won 9 games, 9 wins last year for a program that underachieved under a guy who everybody had slated to basically take that team to a national championship. So basically he came in year 1 and did what Jimbo couldn't do for real in 4 or 5 years. So I sit there and I look at that, and that should give Texas A&M fans a little bit of a some semblance of the program is probably going in the right direction. So I'm gonna ride with Elko, man. I feel like Elko potentially has the chance to. I put him in that same vein of defensive coordinator to take away what you do best, and then at least try to take away what your second option is of what you can do best as well. So they're gonna have a game plan for the game plan, or contingency to the contingency. So I'm gonna ride with Elko in this situation. I think Elko has a chance this year, even though I think Auburn goes to Texas A&M and beat them in a close win. I think they go to Texas A&M, beat them in a close win because I think Auburn's offensive talent is more explosive than what Texas A&M defense is going to be this year. That's the way I say that. Excuse me. But I think in a normal setting on a neutral site, if you put them on a neutral site, you take a Mike Elko coach team and you put them against the third or fourth best team in the Big Ten, I think Mike Elko has a good chance of winning that game. I think that's a 55-45 game towards Mike Elko's way. I'm gonna rock with Mike Elko. I'm gonna go Mike Elko.
Okay. I can go with that. I think all of them are good choices. Just based on what you're looking for. I just know sending Lane and Kiffin up that road, you almost looking to be embarrassed.
Lane, man, I got a personal vendetta right now against Lane, and Nick can contest to that. I was sticking with Lane in this before the season because I felt like he had a veteran team coming back, and he was supposed to do more. And Lane disappointed me this season, man. I feel like it was supposed to be a better coaching job from Lane.
Poo-pooed the bed.
Kind of did. Take a look at these comments before we move on. Go ahead, Tyke.
I was just saying, what was that game? Marcus, wasn't it a game against
Florida?
Was it South Carolina or something? They kind of disappointed everybody.
Florida.
Jackson Dart, that's what it was.
Jackson Dart went out there and threw. I clearly remember towards the end of the game. Jackson Dart threw an interception. He threw another interception that got overturned because of a penalty, and then the next play actually threw another interception that ended the game. So he threw 3 interceptions, but only 2 of them stood, which is wild. So yeah, that was wild. My guy Nick Beasley from the Nick Beasley Association. Everyone got a quarterback except Tennessee. Boy. This is it. It's me said. Shout out to It's Me. He said Tennessee might keep Auburn from the 5 Pete. Okay. All right. Robert Smith said Tennessee 7 wins. Mississippi State 5 wins. Okay. All right. Bubba said no shot UCLA is in. He said no shot UCLA is in the Big 12 Big Ten championship game conversation, not with the 5 bumps they got on the offensive line. Okay.
They got hell of color. Well, be careful. Bubba, them killers are still living in Alabama. They come looking for you. Them killers will come looking for you, and I do mean looking.
But the thing about Helen Keller, though, is what people forget is she was actually able to start talking, and she was able to see towards the end of her life, if I'm not mistaken. So it kind of came up out of there. I remember that she started talking like this in her hands, and then she just started mumbling, and then the words started coming out, and then apparently she started being able to see. Shout out to
her and Stevie Wonder.
Is it? Hey, but you
ain't right, Tyke.
But Stevie Wonder can literally see though. You know they say.
I know he can.
I think he can see. I think he's legally blind, but I think Stevie Wonder. We don't know the length of the blindness. I know a lady. She can see shapes.
Yes,
but she cannot drive a car.
Yeah,
but them stories about them Stevie Wonder stories. There are a lot of them out there. People Have you ever heard the story that I think Eddie Murphy told that he it was either Eddie Murphy. Was it Eddie Murphy?
It's Jamie Foxx. I know Jamie Foxx.
Or Jamie Foxx. It was Eddie Murphy. Jamie Foxx.
That Mike Tyson story.
No.
Jamie Foxx told the Mike Tyson story.
Yeah, he said Mike Tyson. He's like, who was that? Mike Tyson did like Cisco. He said, "Get out of here, phone."
Stevie, watch out.
Stevie got up and left. He said, "Get out of here, thong song. Nobody likes you right, thong song." He said, "Get out of here, thong songs." And Stevie just got up like,
"I can't stand this thong song.
You can't stand this thong song guy.
I can't stand this thong song guy."
y'all thought he was talking about Cisco. That's what y'all talking about.
He was talking about Cisco.
Yeah, Mike Tyson didn't like he didn't like Cisco for whatever reason.
Yeah, and Stevie was like, "Hey, Stevie, where you going?"
And Stevie knew it was about to pop off, so he was on the piano. That dude just got up and started walking off. Like, what you going? He was evading trouble.
It's another story though that I think Eddie Murphy told that it was one.
It was another one.
It was another story that Eddie Murphy told that he said that Stevie Wonder had got up, walked out the house, got in the car, and had backed up a car straight out of a driveway. Like for real though. Like he said it like Stevie walked out the door, got in the car, and just went in reverse and like backed it up perfectly straight.
I just wish I was a person sitting on the couch when they told Steve to go move the car. Hey, Steven.
I
don't know if move the whoop, man. You got me blocked in.
I don't know if it's true. I don't know if Eddie was playing, but it sounded true. But then the story that Shaq told about Stevie, he said he got on the elevator with Stevie.
That Shaq one.
And Stevie was sitting in the corner, and Shaq said he got on the elevator very quietly, and Stevie was like, "What's up, Shaq?" He was like, "How you know he's
right.
man.
That's the one. That's the one that made me that because he was so serious. I mean, but if he can see shapes, I mean, you could tell Shaq. But I guess we've always thought that he was absolutely teetotally, completely
black
without sight.
He was wrong. He was wrong, man.
We were wrong, I guess, because
Nick Beasley said they're gonna lose at least 9 games. State, they ain't going bowling, man. I'm telling you, State going. State going bowling. He said Sark turned down Alabama. That's from Robert Smith. Okay. Really? That's right. They did want him back in Alabama. They did.
Yeah, he was already set in Texas. And they also offered the guy in Oregon.
Oh, that's right. Dan Lanning shut that down like the next
day.
He
was first choice. Yeah, he was first choice. What was Sark first choice?
I just know Dan Lanning went on television and said he was staying at Oregon. I remember he did an interview and was like, "Yeah, I'm staying at Oregon. I'm not going nowhere. I like what we got built up here."
He said, "We're not playing for rolls and tides."
Yeah, Bubba and the old man said, "Man, Sark is the best in the country at play design. It's really incredible to watch." Yeah, man, Sark know what he be doing, bro. He know what he be doing on the offensive side.
Will it remain incredible with Arch back there though?
We don't know. Like, is this going to be a different defense? Is this going to be a different style of offense for them? Because Arch is a whole different show, man. We can have a whole show about Arch.
They've shown him running the ball in high school. He gave his dude a dead leg. It was so boring. I fell asleep on a 30-second or 20-second highlight. I was like, who are you playing against? But I know he a man, and so.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Hardhead Life said, "Fellas, what's up, man? What's up, Hardhead? How you feeling, my guy?" Ant Robinson, he said, "War Eagle gang, what's up, Ant? How you feeling, my guy? How you feeling, man? All good your way." Jeremiah Mims said, "Shout out to Jermaine Mims, excuse me. I thought I'm reading too fast." He said, "I trust the board in big games," is what he said. Okay, all right, I like that. He said none of them are going up there and out coaching James Franklin. So basically, you saying James Franklin is better than any of the 3 coaches, is better than the rest of the coaches in the SEC after Sark and Kirby. How y'all feel about that? Because that's what I get from that. What up, King Richard? War Eagle to you, my guy.
Here's the difference. Now, Sark, maybe Drinkowitz, and a lot of people can mess around and beat Georgia. Once or twice every 5 years, maybe. But can James Franklin beat Ohio State?
And Michigan?
And Michigan in the same.
I was like, I ain't gonna say that too tough.
I mean, I want to believe.
Since he got the Penn State, he been bleeding out a little bit.
It's like he's hit his level, and I think it's because of I think he needs some more versatile quarterback, but he gets to that level, and it's just they'll never bust through. You got the pass rusher, they got these DBs getting drafted, linebackers get drafted, defensive linemen get drafted.
It's just with me, can James Franklin win the big game?
Can he win that big game?
That's the question.
Can James Franklin win the game to put him in position where he needs to be? Every time he comes up to the big game, it seems like something happened or he choked.
Right, because even before last couple of years, wasn't he struggling with Iowa or some other team in their conference?
Yep.
Yeah, it was Iowa. It was either Iowa or Iowa State, one of them two.
I think it was probably Iowa. Yeah, because it was always something. So he's still trying to crack through. So he ain't no guarantee win against our top 3, 4, 5 coaches. Not guaranteed. I can't say that.
Ken Richard said, to be honest, Hugh Freeze could be it if he would either take over play calling 100% on offense or give up the offense and just be the head coach, the CEO.
Well, Ken Richard, we're gonna see what he do this year.
I mean, how do y'all feel about the coaches that have to actually call the plays? I mean,
my thing is this. Here's my thing when it comes to my coaches calling plays. My thing is this. Hugh Freeze was hired because he was considered to be one of the offensive guys in the country. You know what I'm saying? He was considered to be one of the offensive geniuses in the country. Is like one of those type guys. So if you were hired to do that, and that's what you were known for, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like now in this era of what college football is, you have a general manager who deals with all of the administrative things and stuff like that. And we've seen we saw the article of him basically saying he was ready to leave and all type of whatever that is. But bro, your job, what got you there? Do what got you there, bro. Do what got you there. And you starting to see coaches do that. You starting to see Brent Venables go back, and he's gonna be calling the defense this year. Mike Elko is gonna be more involved in the defensive calling this year for Texas A&M. Lane Kiffin hasn't given up play calling at Ole Miss, even though sometimes we sit back and look at it and be like, yo, yeah, exactly. Kick the field goal, bro. If you kick the field goal, you probably win 2 more games. You probably in the playoff.
But Nick,
do what gets you there, man. And it just seems as if he's not doing what got him there. So I don't know if it's the fact of you trying to find a scapegoat if everything goes wrong, or if it's the fact that you don't believe in what you don't believe in your own abilities anymore.
What you say, Marcus?
If it's I
like what Nick just said. I like that. Do he want a scapegoat for stuff going wrong, or do he not believe in his ability? Because that's the question I always ask myself about his play calling, Nick. Because you can see it on the field at this point. But my question to you is, Nick, and Tight, you can jump in. Did he wait too late to start doing this?
Too late to do what?
Start calling plays.
Yeah,
he called plays last year. I mean, that's like, come on, bro.
That's what we know. But he put ownership on it this year. Do you think he wait? Because I think Venables did it at the right time.
They both did. They both. Okay, this is what Venables' 4th season at Oklahoma. Yeah. So basically, you saying you gave him a season and a half, 2 seasons. At Auburn, they gave him a season and a half. Now gave him a season and a half, 2 seasons. And now people at Auburn are wanting to see Hugh Freeze win. And I think people last year wanted to see what Brent Venables could do with what he could have did last year. So I think he's in that vein of like, yo, we brought you in to have top 15, top 10 defenses, and last year our defense wasn't that good last year. So now people talking about it. So now he's like, all right, cool. Guess what? I'm calling the defense this year. It's my defense that we calling again this year. So I would be more excited if we could hear it explicitly out of Hugh Freeze's mouth saying, I'm the one that's going to be making the final decisions. I'm the one that's going to be calling the plays. Nobody else. Now they can have everybody can have a input on the game plan, but when it comes to the actual calls that's going to be called on the field on game day, it's going to be me doing it. I'll be like, all right, cool. That's what's up then. Do what you do then, dog. Do what you do, dog.
You got to think about it though, Nick. Like Venables got a lot of, I would say, compassion, because first you got to think Dylan Gabriel left, and then he also didn't attach himself to Jackson. When Jackson Arnold started playing bad, he benched Jackson Arnold. The thing about Hugh Freeze is he attached himself to Payne Thorne and he stuck with it.
Get away from him.
That's a good point. That's a good point too, though. That's a really
When I think about people calling that, it's like Nick Saban was definitely a defensive mastermind of all that we saw. Mm-hmm. And he always said he listened to what was called, step in when he needed to, especially on offense, but we knew he was doing the defense. He brought in his offensive coordinators to be more dynamic over the years. But the defense, I know he was putting the defense out there. We had that most consistency when Kirby was sitting there. You know, when Kirby was there, it was like that became the staple. That was going to be set. I don't care how many people we graduate. You got 10 wins coming on the defense side of the ball. Can you go out and get me 21 points or 24, whatever? But just at Alabama, I've seen people like Francione stand on that sideline with that piece of plastic. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, he looks like you confused. The defense don't know what it's doing. He don't know. I mean, it's just like you gotta have whoever's on that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that got to
be the man.
Yeah,
because you get into that offense and you counseling the quarterback and talking to the running back about this fumble or pass protection, or you got to have a conversation with that wide receiver to get him calm down. Your defense better be locked down. It got to be like, yeah. And then if you get a guy like that on defense, guess what's gonna happen? Next year you're gone.
Yeah, or 2 years. Yeah, or in 2 years
he gone. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you, as a CEO, whether you want to call yourself the CEO position, or see somebody say you could be the CEO or the coach or offensive coordinator, you still got to be the CEO, because you ain't got, if you got that great of a defensive or offensive, they gone.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. So you almost have to be looking down the road, basically saying, who is the next person?
Personnel, yeah.
That I can
you got scout coordinators as well.
Or you have to have a system that you believe in so much that you have guys that's like, okay, this guy left. Okay, my linebacker coach knows the system very well. Yeah. I can just pull him up and we can make him a star. We can make him a star. It'll be his first time doing it. I'll be there to help him, but I can at least have him on staff for not just 1-2 seasons, but I can have him for maybe 3-4 seasons, and people will see how good he get. Then now that gives me a little leeway to help build up the next person behind him to come in to learn my system as well, to be the defense coordinator in 3 to 4 years.
And I think the genius thing I think Saban did was that whole consulting thing. Coach got fired, come over here and consult for us. That's how Sark got there.
Yep.
That's how that boy out of Tennessee got there before for a minute, they said, no, he got no contact. You got to get him away from there. What's the guy that was at Louisville in Texas? Charlie Strong was over there at one time.
Yep.
There was a couple people they were just sitting there like, I don't know. We need you to break down third downs inside the 30. I don't know what they did for a living.
But we ain't gonna act like we ain't gonna act like Nick Saban won the rehabilitation of coaches going through problems in their career. Like, he rehabilitated Lane. He rehabilitated.
Oh, forgot about Lane. Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Nick Saban, he would do that for you. Yeah, come.
But the thing is, if I'm at Mississippi State back in the day, not now. If I'm at Mississippi State, I'm hiring all the Division II coaches that got fired. I mean, if I can get a shred of knowledge, if I get another teacher on the field or another brain in the room, I'm like, yeah, we can give you $30,000. You come want to hang out. And they be like, some people may be like, cool, on a D1 level. Yeah, sign me up. Because, you for some reason you won 20 games two years ago for 2 years. Now you lost 20 games. We don't know why that happened, but let's talk about it,
Hey,
Alan Bear said if the offense is clicking, Brian Kelly will find a way to have a terrible defense. If the defense is good, he'll somehow have a bad offense. Can't trust him with anything. Let's see, everybody in the chat saying what's up. Huggy saying what's up to Bubba. He's saying what's up to King. And said Kentucky. I think he's talking about Mark Stoops, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what he's talking about.
Stoops need to show me something. He had a 4-man season. I know he went committed last year, but
probably would.
I need to see more from him this year.
My guy Brad Brown and in the chat. What up, Brad? What up, Brad? To you, man. He said Helen Keller. He said Helen Keller faked it. He said Helen Keller faked it.
I'm telling you, man, them Kellers catch up to you in them streets. They got them hands.
So he said, shout out to Snake Skin and Gator Boots and Candy Coated Lax, man. Shout out to my guy, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac, the Huggy Beard, man. That's what he said. He said he was just kidding, but there's a conspiracy about it. That's what Brad said. He just kidding. That's all it is.
They catch up with you in them streets, all I'm saying. Them braille hands strong, bro. I'm telling you. They get a grip on you.
Alabama said, man, put Helen in at QB. She'll have the same number of TDs and interceptions as most of Hugh Freeze's quarterbacks. What? Stop!
Oh my God, Allen, why are you doing this today?
Oh man. Oh man. With all due respect, Allen's absolutely correct. With all due respect,
man, bro.
I said with all due respect, the mayor. I said with all due respect,
man. We got two dynamic quarterbacks. If that's how y'all feel, bro, that right there ain't no type of encouragement.
That's funny. Bubba said, man, I don't trust the word Shaq says. He tried to act like he didn't know y'all spoke English. Oh, y'all, you talking about what he said in his Hall of Fame thing. That was funny. He said, rightfully, bro, Stevie Wonder can't see. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling y'all what's happening. The Shaq one and the video of him catching the mic. Doing a live performance, he can see, but hey, shout out to Stevie Wonder, man. Musical
Stevie Wonder got it. And see, it's thing too. I know you saw. Remember Ray used to see how a girl how fine she was by touching her hand.
That's
what I'm saying. No, that was Ray Charles the first one to do that. Yeah. He did it all the time. That's known. But Stevie Wonder got a lot of children.
He does.
And I've seen some of his wives. The women he's been married to or whatever.
What you trying to say, Ty? He got
somehow they're not ugly. They're not just okay looking women. They're awesome looking women. I mean, they look awesome. I mean, maybe he leaned over his boy and said, hey, what's she looking like, dog? I mean, I don't know. But
man, Stevie Wonder can see, bro. Stevie Wonder can see. I think we all can say Stevie Wonder can see.
He take the glasses off every time he walk in the house.
And I want to thank all the children of the world, for letting me be able to write this music. Like, how you gonna say he write the music? But he let me stop, bro. I wouldn't trust Vandy, old coach. Dude hasn't been no big dogs in his career. Talking about Clark Lee, you said the old coach. Oh,
he's talking about Franklin, because Franklin did have more. I think he had bigger wins for Vandy than he's had for Penn State. Because what we all know about the three main schools they got, them getting 9 wins is like show up at the stadium, get a W.
His coaching job at Vandy got him that job at Penn State.
Right.
Yeah, man.
But Penn State, Ohio State is kind of like Miami. If y'all can wake up, make it to the stadium, y'all got 9 wins. Congratulations.
And Penn State ain't gonna fire too many coaches.
Right, they gonna stay with you for a minute. Yeah, that's part of their tradition. They want to
as long as you don't try to start no youth programs.
Come on, Tight.
What?
Come on, Tight. Come on, Tight.
I don't think they have youth camps at Penn State.
Man, Tight.
Oh?
Tight.
Not the Sandusky reference. Please don't say this.
My God.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, okay.
With all due respect, Penn State, I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute.
With all due respect.
Sorry, that don't excuse everything.
I don't think they have football. I don't think they have youth football at Penn State. I'm not sure. I don't think they have.
All right. Okay. I got you, man.
Hey, man, the king says Stevie Wonder is like Daredevil.
You can see like Daredevil. That's what he said. You know what Terrell said. You can see like Daredevil. What? Crazy.
And I still don't understand Daredevil, to be honest. I
don't either. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't either, man. He said Titans outline, but he's right. No,
I'm sitting there. I'm having me a couple of adult beverages. I'm watching Daredevil.
Well, why you gonna egg him on though, bud? Like, look. Come on, bro. Hey, we just trying to take a break for 2 weeks. We ain't trying to get canceled. Come on, man.
I'm sitting there
just trying to take a nice little vacation to come back with some, real rest. Tight trying to make this a last.
Hey, man, all I know is that all their college visits by their players are highly chaperoned. But I'm watching Daredevil. And I'm having a couple of beverages. I know the man blind, and one day he put up a ski mask over his head, and then I was like, did this mofo just jump off a building?
He did. Just like Cyclops. Doesn't the Cyclops, like he take his glasses? Can Cyclops see? Or is it?
Yeah, he can see. He just has to keep him covered.
Keep him covered. Okay.
Because the power of the sun is inside of his head somehow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Isn't he a level 5 mutant? Is he a level 5 mutant?
I don't think so, because he died. He died in that first mutant.
Okay, so the only level 5 mutants are Professor X and Storm, right? Because Storm is a level 4, level 5 mutant.
That whole thing got me confused because they killed Cyclops. I forgot everything I remember from childhood.
What's the name? Jean Grey is a level 5.
Yeah, she level 5. Yeah,
level 5. That's what it is.
She can destroy the earth if she needs to.
Yeah, just like not Black Widow. DC. What from MCU? What's her name? The Olsen sister. What's her name? I
don't know who that person
was. She was dating Vision.
I'm mad. I'm just mad about the whole. Don't get me started. I'm really upset about the whole X-Men thing. That whole movie franchise was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to digress, but
he said Magneto is a level 5. Yeah, I know Magneto's level 5. I know.
Oh yeah, Magneto. Yeah,
I know Magneto's level 5. I know Professor X is a level 5 mutant. I know Jean Grey is one. I think Storm is a level 4. Scarlet Witch, yes, that's her name. Scarlet Witch, yes. Scarlet Witch is level 5 mutant. She's a level 5 mutant, but she's in the MCU. Yeah, she basically can control everything with her mind. She created a whole fake world that had people thinking it was real. So yeah, that's her name. All right, man. Let's get back to sports, man. We don't went all off topic.
Oh my God, what does Travell say?
Wanda Maximoff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, Gambit is level 5 too. I didn't know. I was right. Gambit is.
Did Gambit ever make it into a movie?
Nope, not yet.
No, please change the subject. Please change the subject.
He made it yet. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to these quarterbacks. All right, so we talked about it. We talked about the coaches first. So let's talk about the quarterback side of things. So the question that I have for y'all in this thing about the SEC quarterbacks, is this elite depth in the SEC this year for quarterbacks? I'm just gonna name some of them. You got Garrett Nussmeier at LSU, Lenore Sellers at South Carolina. You'll have DJ Lagway this year at Florida. You'll have, I'm not gonna put Archman. We'll put Arch in there. Archman at Texas. You'll have Gunnar Stockton at Georgia. You'll have Austin Simmons at Ole Miss. Jackson Arnold at Auburn. Marcel Reed at Texas A&M. Blake Shapen at Mississippi State. You'll have Pavia at Vanderbilt. I think they say it potentially will be Bo Pribula at Missouri, who's going to be the starter there. You look at this, we just go through those names and see who gonna be our quarterback. Is it gonna be Ty? Ty gonna start this year? Is it gonna be Ty? Ty Simpson start at Alabama?
Supposed to be.
All right, Ty Simpson at Alabama. When we looking at the quarterbacks in this conference, is this elite depth? Is this elite quarterback play, or are we fooling ourselves at this?
No, I think it's elite because most of those quarterbacks are 5 stars by somebody. Okay. And 5-star means you have NFL potential right out of high school. Not right out of high school, but you have been recognized as having that you have a real possibility of ending up in the NFL. Okay. And the quarterback numbers for 5 stars is one of the more accurate numbers, that and running backs.
Okay.
When I look at it, I mean, if I had a top 5, I mean, my top 5 starts with Diego Pavia.
Wow.
Not because he looks like everybody else or Arch or is going to spin it like Nussmeier, but it seems like he may be a winner. Okay. Just that passion. If he can improve his passing, then I think that, maybe he can play in the NFL. Okay. But I don't think it's a fall off because, and I'm not compared to who. So we're talking about the Big Ten. So we take their quarterbacks. I mean, they barely got this dude. The guy at Wisconsin, he was supposed to be a professional, but he got hurt. A lot, but he was okay. But Other than Penn State still had their quarterback. Then Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah,
Michigan didn't have a quarterback really of note.
Cade Klubnik is still at Clemson. He's gonna be a
highly sought out there. But
Haynes
compared
King
to other conferences, we probably the front of the pack. I mean, whoever plays at Oregon, I don't even know who that's going to be right now.
It's a good one.
That's been decided, and Nico's out there, and who cares who's at USC? Have they found another sucker? I mean, a starter yet? For USC,
Miller Moss transferred to Louisville, so he's not there no more.
We're front running. As far as quarterback depth, I think we're front running. I mean, compared to the other people,
I don't know. I mean,
there's 6 prospects in that list. You got there's 6 people who either hold a clipboard, 4 of them can hold a clipboard in the NFL, 2 of them can start.
So Dante Moore likely start at Oregon, according to Bubba.
Well, my answer to your question, Nick, I feel like we have elite potential.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of our quarterback talent in the SEC is improving outside of the 2 guys that are, up for the in the top 10 for the Heisman candidate, which is Nussmeier and Sellers. So I feel like everybody else is still we're trying to see what they're gonna bring to the table. Like Lagway, I want to see him without him sharing time. I want to see him start the whole year. Jackson Arnold, I want to see him in our system behind a veteran O-line where he has no excuse now. But as far as just proven talent in the SEC, I just, like you said, you can't put Arch Manning in that. So I gotta say Sellers and Nussmeier.
But this is the question. This is the question that I have though. Like, so I think here's who I have. I have Nussmeier at the top. I have, man, like, all right, if we going by just talent alone, and we're not instituting the fact that they haven't played in the conference or they haven't had experience in the conference, I'm going Nussmeier 1. I'm going John Mateer 2. I'm going Sellers 3. I'm gonna go DJ Lagway 4, and I'm inclined to put Jackson Arnold around that 5-6 area.
Dang, that's disrespectful to what's the Arkansas quarterback name? Terrell Green.
Taylor Green. I said the 5-6 area. I said the 5-6 it'll be between.
Yeah, I got
Marcel Reed. It'll be between Marcel Reed. That 5-6-7 area will be somewhere between Marcel Reed, Taylor Green, and Jackson Arnold. Is what I'm saying. Okay. So I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard for me to like sit here and be like, there is like the quarterback play in this conference. If you're just looking at talent alone, I think there is some talent. I think there is talent here, but how does it mesh well with the team that they own? Because it's a lot. It's a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of starters in this conference this year that didn't start last year for the teams that they playing with.
Well, based on what I've learned here, I have Arch at 6 because I just don't believe it. But I will say this: if Arch wins, I want to say 11, but they win 10 games, and he does the same thing Ewers did, more consistent, whatever, without somebody coming in for 2 possessions a game. Arch will win the Heisman Trophy next year.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you there, Ty. If he don't do anything different than what Quinn Ewers did, the same thing, and then they win.
Manning's coming for that trophy.
Yeah, because
all they country club friends, all they Roddy friends, they coming for that. They gonna call everybody they know to get that trophy
because it slipped through Peyton's hands when it went to Charles Woodson.
Right, my 5, that was media bias because Big Ten, media journalism school out of I don't know if y'all looked at it anyway. But my 5 was Pavia. I got the Mateer guy at 5. Now 4. I give Lagway that next spot, and then I come back with Nussmeier, but I really like Sellers number 1.
so we doing a list. Okay.
I mean, I put one little something together. I just because I was thinking my way through it.
We did a list like 2 months ago, but things have changed, bro. Like my opinions and thoughts have changed on that. Like I didn't have Mateer that high on the list when we did it before, but now I'm like, bro, if I'm just looking at talent, I gotta put Mateer number 2. I
watched a lot of Mateer last year, Nick.
I put him 2.
I see flashes, but I watched them because my homeboy actually was the starting safety on Washington State. So I watched a lot of their games through and through, and like his highs are very high, but like he plays to the level of his talent. And that came back a lot to bite Washington State.
The level of his competition.
Yeah, the level of his competition. I said talent. Yeah, the level of his competition, and they came back a lot to bite Washington State last year when I watched a lot of their games. So that's why I'm kind of tight with Mateer about the 4 or 5 range.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
I feel like Nesmite is overrated, but I still feel like he's a first rounder, so I got him at 2. Sellers my number 1.
You got stuff. Okay, yeah, me and you agree on that.
Sellers number 1, Nesmite number 2. I kind of rock with Nick. I like Pavia at number 3. And
I got Pavia at 3. I got Sellers at 3.
I'm just saying.
I had Pavia at 5.
I rock with Pavia though, Nick. You made me.
I got Lagway at 4. I think Pavia is somewhere in that 7, 8, 9 range. Just to be real, that's why I got him. I'm just being real. I'm looking at what he does best, and I got him in the 7, 8, 9 range.
I can't put him there because he beat Auburn and Alabama last year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay, yeah, he beat those teams, but when I'm looking at his skill set, I got him in the 7, 8, 9 range. And to be honest with you, I actually want to put Blake Shapen above him. I'm just being real. I really want to put Blake Shapen above him. Like, I mean, like when you look at Pavia, let's look at this. When you look at Pavia, like I said, and I said this a couple of days ago. Not a couple of days, but a couple of weeks ago. I look at Pavia as like, and it was no disrespect when I said this. I just look at him like a great value Tim Tebow.
Ooh.
Like Tim Tebow didn't throw the ball very well. His throwing motion was not great. Like when you go back and look at it, it was not a great throwing motion. He was not a great thrower. He was a really good runner. He was just Tim Tebow's thing was he just willed his team to win. He just did whatever it needed to do to win. But when you test him out and Bubba would tell you this. Bubba looks at this more than we do. He looks at this more than we do. If you look at Pavia and you just testing him out, he doesn't do one thing extraordinarily well. Just from watching him play, he just wills his team to win. He's just a gamer. He just has that intangible part of a gamer. But when you look at the actual things of what he has to do to actually, to what he can do to actually, set himself apart, there's not one thing that I can say that he does extraordinarily well that will put me like, all right, I can put him in the top half of the
I agree with that, Nick. But the thing about it is, the only thing that matters to me from my quarterback is winning.
Okay.
Like, I think that's what saved my job. And I think, when you pointed that out about that Tebow situation, I felt like he got the short end of the stick when he went to Denver. Because of that same reason, they didn't respect him
as a thrower. Yeah, I get you.
They didn't respect him as a thrower. But my whole thing is, if he win games, bro, that's what my quarterback is there for. I don't care if it's pretty or not, long as I win.
It's an argument. That's a good argument there. In that case, Drew Brees is better than Peyton Manning in the NFL. And Marcus don't talk about because we had this conversation on
that's still a strong statement, Nick.
We had this conversation on episode 2 or 3 of Water Cooler Talk.
Talking about one of the most winning quarterbacks in the game, coach.
Hey, but Drew Brees has more wins than Peyton Manning, if I'm not mistaken.
That's saying a lot. But it's a change in landscape too, because like I say, Milroe to be taken and going to Seattle. I don't know if he could be starting in year 2 or at the end of the year, and you can always become a better passer. Anybody can, Jalen, whatever. And I think a lot of times, people are just not leaders on that field in the NFL. There's some people with great arm talent, they can't lead you out of a wet paper bag. And it don't, and people don't listen to them. It all breaks down. And that was when I remember when Pete, they were talking about Pete Carroll. He got that guy from $40 million they paid for a backup quarterback from Green Bay. Mm-hmm. Then they drafted Russell Wilson. So when Russell Wilson got there, they was watching Russell Wilson. Like everybody was gathered around Russell Wilson. Like he had this magnetism. He said it was all rookies. Mm-hmm. Rookie lineman. All the rookies around him, which is not unusual for a first round pick or whatever. Special quarterback. But then like the next week, he had veteran linemen listening to him. Mm-hmm. And then he got on the field. The way it was in the class, in the chalk talk, he was just so engaged and everything was just rolling off. And then they put it on the field, and they took a $40 million quarterback and left him on the bench for a rookie. Because number one, Russell was a better leader than that guy.
I agree with that type, but so we won't misinform people, Nick. You are wrong. Peyton Manning has more wins and postseason wins than Drew Brees.
Yeah, okay. I guess.
Oh, I'm just saying, you put that out there. You put that out there, Nick. Now you guess.
He didn't say he guessed.
Now you guess.
I said that's a powerful statement if that was true.
I guess.
But yeah,
but the thing about it is, we all know I got Drew Brees over Peyton Manning, but it is.
Hey,
I low-key forgot that argument.
Hold up, are you still around with that Bryce Young take though?
Yeah, of course. Bryce Young, top 10 quarterback in the NFL, baby. Yeah, let's make it happen. He just needs some help around him. That's it. Let's make that happen. Bryce Young.
They love Leggett up there, man. Leggett is all at the hockey games, having a good time.
Yeah, but he ain't a number one receiver though. He ain't a number one.
He ain't, but his voice make him marketable.
He does.
He is, but see, that's that thing. He may just bind that team together. The offense, keep them fired up, keep their head in the game. Make people perform at a higher level.
Dylan, he spits hot fire.
Dylan.
Shout out to Jamel with that. He said, "I take the group of Nuss, Mateer, Sellers, Reed, Arnold, Jackson Arnold, Pavia, and Manning over the other group in any conference in the country." Okay, man. Okay, I hope Arch Manning can live up to the expectation that's being thrown out about him, man. Oh yeah, add Ladway to that. No other conference can compete with that. Okay.
Yeah, no, okay. But Texas could be looking at another quarterback in a year too.
True. Yeah, that is true.
Because I don't think he stays 2 years. If everything works out, he gets the trophy.
He's been there long enough, Tyke.
He's been there long enough.
Win and get up out of that this year, it's a fair process.
Because if he can run off like 11 wins against that cupcake schedule, that's what me and DC be calling it, a cupcake schedule. It's
he was there 3 years.
It's the week according to everybody out there. I'm not gonna say everybody, but majority of things I've seen, Texas has.
With all due respect, you gotta say with all due respect, Nick.
Yeah, with all due respect, they have the 16th ranked strength of schedule in the SEC this year.
Texas, he said with all due respect.
That's what he said. I'm just saying that's what everybody's saying. Brad said Ty Simpson could go off too. He seems like the boy's prototypical quarterback. I think
he's not necessarily prototypical. I think he'll be able to make the adjustments. I think Bubba pointed it out yesterday, and other people have done that as well. Mm-hmm. He just anything that doesn't like Miller, like, he's the prototype. Miller was not the prototype for what he wanted to do. But yeah, I think he has Ty Simpson could be like Milroe with a better arm. Because I watched this.
Are you saying Ty Simpson's gonna be able to run?
He's not slow. He's not slow. He's not slow. He's not slow. He ran a lot in high school. He got them skates on him, man.
What's up, Get Musty? What's up, Get Musty? How you feeling, man?
Musty. No deodorant, nowhere.
That's what he said. He said, yeah, Pavi is purely a gamer. He definitely elevates the talent around him. Vandy had a 3-win roster, and he slayed the Giants. Yeah, he turned them into a 6-7 win team last year. So, yeah.
Thank you for the compliment.
It's all about winning. Trent Dilfer was better than Dan Marino. Whoa. Wait a minute.
He said if it's all about winning, but Dan Marino got way more wins than Trent Dilfer.
Right. Dan Marino. Peyton has more rings, yeah.
Brad, you and me both. Russell Wilson could have been at Auburn, bro.
Really? After high school or after NC State?
No, in transferring. It was between Nebraska and Auburn.
Who was the coach then?
Gus Malzahn.
No, he didn't need to come down here.
That's the reason why he didn't come. Like, you got to understand too. Gus had the chance to get Lamar Jackson out of high school, but he went and got Tyler McQueen instead.
That's probably 2 rings y'all let go of right there with the Lamar. But yeah, Russell, no.
When Russell transferred, when he transferred that last time before he went to the league, I think it was to Nebraska. It was between Auburn and Nebraska, and he ended up going to Nebraska because he said it was something about the offensive line. He said it was the offensive line wasn't
Wisconsin or Nebraska.
Wisconsin, that's what it was. My bad. I'm saying the wrong red school. It's Wisconsin.
Whoever that coach is, he reminds me so much of the Nico situation. Just thinking about that, when Russell said, "I want to play baseball and football," that coach was like, publicly was like, "You need to make up your mind. We need you over here. You can't play baseball." But he'd been playing baseball the whole time, and the coach was like, "No, it's time out for that." And then he put his foot down, and there was an NC State, collective that was like, "Yeah, coach, run your team, coach." So he goes to Wisconsin. I don't think he ever plays baseball again unless he may have took a minor league contract. I'm not even sure. Them same people told that coach to get the hell out of town. 2 years later, they're like, "Get out of here, you loser." It could be the same way for Heupel. It could be the same way for Heupel.
I'm just saying, like, the more I think about it, like, because when I heard that it was a possibility that he potentially could have done that, I was like, man, it is. Brock said he's never been on this channel, but just subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to both channels. Subscribe to Water Cooler Talk and subscribe to Tight Sports, Alabama Football Megacast. I think you subscribe to Tight Sports because I think you coming in from Tight's channel. But come on over here to Water Cooler Talk and subscribe over to Water Cooler Talk.
To you, Brock.
Come on over here and subscribe.
I like your art. I like your art right there. That's a nice picture. Nice
Shout
photo.
out to Brock, even though
he's 18 years old now.
Even though
Ryan Williams is 18 years old.
Man, y'all.
Just saying, he's 18 now.
The Gus bus, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lamar was exactly who I was going to talk about. Lamar Jackson was supposed to be at Auburn, bro.
If Lamar was on the Gus bus, boy,
man, we would have won the back-to-back national championships. Because he's a better thrower and he's faster than Nick Marshall. I'm just saying. He's that guy. He's that guy.
Man, wow.
I mean, if winning is all that matters, Dilfer 1 Super Bowl, Marino 0 Super Bowls. I'm just using the logic presented by.
But they both played both of them played in the Super Bowl. So
true.
Like he won this game.
Man, I just wish Lamar could have been in the Auburn jersey.
But to Bubba, just imagine if Dan Marino wins the Super Bowl, what that elevate him to with his numbers.
Just one.
Yeah. Just one Super Bowl.
Just one Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I guess they spent too much money on their offense back in the day because I never understood that.
Auburn dad said, "Please stop reminding me, Nick, that Gus wanted Tyler Quinn." I never forget that, bro. I would never forget, bro. We got that, bro. He chose Tyler Quinn over Lamar Jackson, bro. He chose Tyler Quinn over Lamar Jackson, and we didn't get Russell Westbrook because we didn't have an offensive line, a competent offensive line. We didn't get it.
Westbrook.
Not Westbrook. Russell Wilson. I'm sure, man. God, be more careful. Shout out to Russell Westbrook.
I'm like, because it's possible Russell Westbrook definitely could have been a high school quarterback. So I'm like, really? Okay.
Shout out to Westbrook.
I'm like, y'all would have been killing it.
I didn't know we did all that.
Look, man, that's like 4 championships. Even right now, I would say,
and that won a championship in basketball too, tight.
If y'all had Russell Westbrook playing for Gus, y'all won that championship. I don't even care. After Cam or whatever, after Cam, bring in Russell Westbrook. Yes, I see you heard that correct. And then bring in Lamar Jackson. Auburn has about 4 national championships, some kind of way in there.
Shout out to Westbrook, man. He announced his
Westbrook is an athlete, and he's crazy.
He announced his retirement from the NBA. after what 17, 18 seasons in NBA.
What's his name of his clothing brand? Respect the Gift or something. Let me see.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Something the gift.
Yeah, it's something with the gift in it. But the thing about Westbrook, what people don't know about Westbrook, he owns like a lot of car dealerships. Like people don't know.
He majored in fashion design as well.
Yeah.
He's into that stuff.
Westbrook owns a lot of car dealerships as well.
Good for him.
Yeah, man. He doing the thing, man. He's setting himself up perfectly for after retirement.
He got a lot of chilling to take care of with his wife. With his
wife. Yeah, he got children with his wife. Who
honored the gift.
Yeah, honor the gift. That's what it is. And him and his wife been together since college as well. And his wife was a collegiate athlete as well. Brock said, man, now I'm over here. Let me subscribe. Appreciate that, Brock. Shout out to Brock.
Appreciate that, Brock.
Shout out to Brock.
Check me out Monday at 7:30. Unless it's a major holiday, check me out around the herd. We're gonna talk about some Alabama stuff. You know how it goes.
He said play Russ at post safety, immediately turn it into Sean Taylor. Yeah, he head hunting all game. That's what he doing. And he said if he majored in design, can he link up with Cam Newton? That's a good one. Maybe. I know Cam on Cam's show 4th and 1. I know he said that he wants to. He said he would love to be director of creative for Under Armour.
But that's what Russell Westbrook used to be with what's his name of them people? Not Faded Glory. That's a Walmart brand. It was Iron something. It was one of the major. As soon as he got drafted, he was named as the design director or creative design director for a major brand. They just let him start working on stuff. But if you watch Cam enough, did you see the show with Corey Holcomb?
No.
Yeah, Corey
he said he meant link up with him to fix
it. Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But Corey Holcomb was on there with very colorful suit on. He said that was done by Honor the Gift.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up.
Russell Wilson, all about it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
it's been real. It's been a good show, man. We are last show before we take our 2-week vacation.
I
don't
know how we're gonna make it.
Nah, it's gonna be there will be a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week stream set up starting on Monday, June 2nd. So you'll be able to watch a lot of older clips from Water Cooler Talk Sports.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, in succession. So you'll be able to watch that. It'll be live. It'll go from starting Monday around 8 a.m. June 2nd, and it'll go all the way until Monday morning of June 16th. And then we'll be back live 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, June 16th that night. But yeah, man, we're gonna take this 2-week vacay, get this rest and relaxation going. But we will be back. Tyke, tell them where they can find you at, Tyke.
Oh, one thing I just want to clear this up. Russell Westbrook, he signed a thing with Jordan Jordan brands in 2012. 2015, he started working as a creative director with True Religion jeans.
Oh, that's 2 Chainz. That's 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's 2 Chainz.
But yeah, you can find me out there on Facebook and right here on YouTube at Tight Sports, the Alabama Megacast. You can also find me at Blue Sky and on at Tight Sports Talk on X, although counseling sessions haven't been going too well, so I try to avoid X. There's too much going on out there. It's not good for the psyche. Please keep your kids off of X. Trust me. Unless you like them talking to the ladies of the night.
Tight, bro.
Come on, Tight.
That's a public service announcement. No, that's illegal. That's legal. That's a public service PSA. I'm a father.
He got a boy. He tells the truth.
It's a PSA. Yeah.
True.
Yeah, your kids don't have to be on the wrong corner no more.
Be on the internet.
They got people advertising and selling right there on X.
They just be on their phone. That's what it is.
Ridiculous.
Be on their phone. That's what it is. Hey man, make sure y'all go follow Tight Sports, the Alabama Football Megacast in these YouTube streets. Like you said, Mondays he have Around the Herd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Around the Herd, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
7:30.
Around the Herd on Mondays.
And on Wednesday
does the show And he does the show on Wednesdays. Iron Bowl debates with our guy DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts. Make sure y'all tune in to that at 5 Central, 6 Eastern.
Iron Bowl every Wednesday.
Iron Bowl debates every Wednesday, man.
And I win. 77% of the time, I win the debate, man.
So make sure y'all go over there, man. Follow our guy DC Wolf over at Auburn Addicts as well. Make sure you go follow our guy Auburn Tez over at It's Season. Go follow Blake and Dustin.
Dustin, my boy.
Yeah, Dustin, his favorite Auburn fan. At the Up Tempo podcast. It is the Sharpshooter Sports Talk now. So make sure y'all go follow E-Sharp over there at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I got Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom podcast, man. Make sure y'all go follow them there. And of course,
you got what coming, Vandy Chris.
Make sure y'all go follow our guy Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk over there on these YouTube streets as well, man. And then before you get up out of here, man, make sure you follow us at the Water Cooler Talk podcast over here on Facebook, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23, and of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube, so you know when we post more videos and go live. Like I said, 24 hour 7-day stream will start on Monday, about 8 a.m. Central Time. We will be off for the next 2 weeks, from June 1st all the way until June 16th. We'll be back June 16th with a live show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So we appreciate all y'all for rocking with us here, man. Get these last comments that came in before we get up out of here, man. Where did it stop at? There it is. Brad Brown said, thanks, gents. Y'all have a good night and a great vacay. Yes, sir. We're going to plan to do that.
Brad. Appreciate it, Brad.
Look at Beer said, oh, it's that time. Nah, man, we'll be back. June 16th, we'll be back, man. We'll be back June 16th. Brad, Huggy Beer said, man, Huggy in this thing from Bad. What's up?
Little Huggy. Lady
Bubba,
Brad.
Hey, make sure y'all check out Bubba will be on with DC this Sunday. For Have You Heard Auburn News Today at 5 Eastern, 6 Eastern, 5 Central. Bubba will be on there with DC.
Yes, Lord. I got a question.
Everybody shine was up with that. Bubba said, shout out to Nick and Marcus. Shout out to you, my guy. The legend of Williams, Rooster Mac. My guy.
Tell the kids I said, what up, Hug?
Yeah, tell them we said what's up, man. Tell them we said what's up. Let little Huggy and let them know let everybody know what's going on, man. I was about to say they slanging is all legal. Like you heard me. Yeah, nah. X is different.
It ain't legal. It ain't legal.
X difference. It's 10 p.m. Do you know what site your kids on?
No. Put them phones on the dresser.
They are on Twitter. That's what they own, man.
Put them phones on the dresser.
Hey, Tight. Bubba said Tight ain't want to debate since we revealed Dorothy as a felon.
I had Dorothy as the felon.
Oh man,
I had Dorothy as a felon and the Batman as a criminal. Anyway, check us out. You know what I mean.
Oh man, he said y'all stay super fly. Shout out to Tight, man. He said Huggy Beer. It is what it is, man. All right, man. We're gonna go on this 2-week break. We'll be back June 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler, man. As always, Mark, you gotta say to people before we get up out of here, boss.
Say goodbye.
Hey, man, be blessed till we meet
all my water cooler friends.
All right, man. Hey, we ain't going nowhere. We'll still be retweeting some stuff on Twitter during this time. We just won't be live on YouTube.
If we don't come back, it's Tight fault.
It's not Tight fault. It's not Tight fault.
I mean, we can't legally come back because some things that Tight said didn't get cleared by the right people.
PSAs, man. Stay away from X. Stay away from youth programs that around Pennsylvania State University.
Oh man,
you heard me Tight. I said we respectfully said it, so hopefully everything just blow over smooth.
Yeah, with all
due respect.
Allegedly, and with all due respect, that's what we do.
Man. Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, man. As always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. And if the Lord is willing, we'll be back June 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler. Until then, it is one love, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? We out this mug. I holla. Eugene and Sante. Take us out, my
boys
guy.
Let's
and girls
go. Of all ages. Yeah. You're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.